All right, college algebra, here we are, remote learning day. I thought, as I told you, I thought there's a great chance that this would happen. Didn't think they'd tell us so early, so there you go. Here we are. We're going to do pages 11, 14, and 15. But first, in-house sponsors, David Goggins, Can't Hurt Me, and Never Finished. You can't hurt me because I'm never finished. Look at that. Definitely a different book here. The Gulag Archipelago. Okay. Solzhenitsyn there. We got a lot of quotes from him. You guys need to be familiar with that work. And lastly, for our beginning readers, yes, we have Green Eggs and Ham by Dr. Seuss, the greatest sales book of all time. All right, so page 11 here, folks. How do we handle page 11? Notice it says try on your own, so I might go through this a little bit quick. So first off, we're going to factor out the x that all of these terms have in common, leaving me with x squared minus 10x plus 24. Well, multiplies to 24 and adds to negative 10. That's x minus 6, x minus 4. Cover up method time. You got x equals 4. X minus 6 equals 0. So you got x equals 0, not x equals 4. You got x equals 0. X minus 6 equals 0, and x minus 4 equals 0. And that's how I get my three solutions. All right, number 8. Number 8's like this. X to the fourth plus 0, x minus 16. What multiplies to 16 and differs by 0? 4 and 4. If you have a negative constant, well, that's a negative product. You need a negative and a positive. Okay, so you have x squared minus 4 times x squared plus 4 equals 0. I need to set x squared minus 4 equal to 0. Move the 4 over. I'm going to get x squared equals 4. I'm going to take the square root. Remember, plus or minus the square root of 4. What's the square root of 4? 2. If I have x squared plus 4 equals 0, I'm going to subtract 4 from both sides. I got x squared equals negative 4. I got x is plus or minus the square root of negative 4. The square root of a negative is I root 4. What's the square root of 4? It's 2. So you got plus or minus 2, plus or minus 2i. You won't have a ton of these on your quiz. You have a lot to practice on these 3 pages, but not a ton on the quiz. Anyway, anytime you have 4 terms, you got to do factoring by grouping. These 2 terms have x squared in common. They have an x squared in common, right? So I'm going to take away x's second power from both terms, leaving me with just x plus 6. Always bring down the sign in the middle. That's a plus. What do 5x and 30 have in common? I can divide them both by 5. 5x divided by 5 is x. 30 divided by 5 is 6. So you see x plus 6 twice. You write that there once, okay? And then these outsiders here, x squared plus 5, they get grouped together. So my first solution, x plus 6 equals 0. X is a negative 6. My next one is x squared plus 5 equals 0. X squared is a negative 5. I'm going to take the square root of, so plus or minus square root of negative 5, so it's I root 5. All right. Anytime you have 3 terms, you need to think about easy factoring like I did on 7. So first off, they all have an x in common. Take away an x from all 3 of these terms, leaving you with x to the fourth plus 7x squared plus 10. What multiplies to 10 and adds to 7? Positive 5, positive 2, but it's x squared times x squared.